Hey, this is my page, Sun Goddess Moonchild. Um, some know me as Lilith Evernight, but Sun Goddess Moonchild is my page name. So I usually call myself Lilith Evernight or just Michelle. But to make it easier, you can just call me Michelle or Lilith. Either way, this is for my page, Sun Goddess Moonchild, and I hope you guys subscribe, please subscribe and like this video. All right, so I'm gonna do what I love about Leos. Okay, hopefully my meditation music isn't too loud, so I'm gonna just try to be concise, clear, and to the point with all of these videos. And here I go. So, what I love about Leo. This time I wrote it down because sometimes I get a little tongue twisted. So, here I go. What I love about Leo. I would say that what I love about them is that the ones I've known, especially the friends that I've had that were Leos, they're very fashionable people. They know how to dress, they know how to look good, and they're very like confident. The ones that I've had, a lot of Leos have always been into my life. They're very creative, they're very fashionable, they're very artistic, and I love that about them. Another thing I notice about them is that as them being creative people, they're very aware of how they look, and like they pay attention to detail. Maybe not necessarily like the way Virgos do, but like in a way that's probably like they got to make sure their hair is good. They got to make sure that their, teeth are nice, or they just take care of every aspect of their appearance and all of that stuff. But there are some Leos who are probably not all about that. I've met Leos who are more on the down low. And like what I mean by that is that they don't have to dress like they're going to LA, or they live in LA, or that they live in New York. Some of them are kind of more laid back when it comes to their fashion, but when it comes to their personality, they might have more of a bolder personality, or they might just be more artistic. Their art is very, I would say it's very bold. It's very just like vivacious, if that's the word. They're very lively, and they're, I think, the more outgoing ones. They're very how would I say it? They're more just out there. They're outgoing. They're feisty. They're fiery. They're like in your face. And I'm a Leo ascendant too. So like sometimes I feel like when I make these videos, like you'll see that Leo ascendant come out in me, and I think a lot of the Leo ascendant is coming out in me right now, because today I feel a little bit more vivacious and lively. That's also because I've been doing a lot of music. I think Leos are not just about like, you wouldn't be surprised. Some Leos they're all into different types of art, not just fashion, but like maybe painting or drawing or anything that has to do with the arts. Or even entertainment. Some of them want to probably be movie stars or rock stars, or good at being maybe some sort of musician or in Hollywood, or if the entertainment business. They're like, that's Leo, that's the Leo energy. It's like the sun, it's the stars, the biggest star. They're the egotistical ones, but that's more their darker side. I think with them, they're very they don't really get this. Usually earth signs get this, but they are materialistic. They're all about, some of them, like the ones who are like all about fashion and looking good, they're all about having like the latest iPhone, or having Gucci, or having Louis Vuitton, or maybe not even that. They probably like to go to the store and go to like different thrift stores and make sure that like they are like it, like they probably don't even have the most money, but they will make the most of what they have. So for example, they can take an outfit that they got from a thrift store and make it look like it's $1 million. That's like a Leo, right? That is more of like the fashionable Leo, the ones who kind of care about their appearance. What else do I like about them? Yeah, so they do stand out. Like I said in the last video when I said about Sagittarius and what I like about Sagittarius. Um, what did I say? I said that Sagittarius and Sagittarius and Gemini are opposite signs. So what I say about opposite signs is that opposite signs, they're, to me, in my personal definition, opposite signs are not they're not opposite people, like opposite personalities, I can't even speak, personalities per se, but they are more of the I would say that they're, the reason why they're called opposite is because if you look at the natal chart, they are placed on the opposite sides of each other. So like they're the same coin on two, they're two different sides of the same coin. So it's like that yin and that yang. It's like they're both, you know, like yin and the, for example, the yin and the yang. Imagine the yin and the yang were like, was a name. I'm so bad at this, but like, okay, the yin and the yang are one and the same. Like it's a circle, but it's like two different parts of a circle, but it's like kind of like that, but not really. Like for example, this is why I say that is because when I say opposite signs are not really completely opposite, is because they carry a certain similar energy signature that is very much the same but a different element. So for example, Taurus and Scorpio. Taurus and Scorpio are both feminine, fixed signs. My dog. They're both feminine fixed signs, but they are different elements. One is water and one is earth. But they are both introverted signs. They're both in that same energy field, but just in a different element. And that's what it is with all. That is what it is with all astrological oppositions or opposite signs. What else? Yes, they're confident. They're confident people, like the positive side of Leo. The ones who are just out there, the ones who are vivacious. They're confident. They are just like, you know, like they're the showstoppers. They're the ones who will walk into the room and be like, bitch, look at me. I'm that one. You know, I'm the one with the best coat. I'm the one with the best hair. I am the one with the best face. That is like Leo energy. Hold on for a second. My dog wants to go out. Okay. Go. Sorry about that. You know, she's like, I'm getting tired of hearing you talk, so I'm gonna leave. This dress is like weird. Sometimes I look so weird on camera. Like I think it's because I'm so awkward and shy sometimes. And today I had to be like, you know what? I gotta put on like my sun goddess moonchild energy. Even though that's not like, that's more of like my channel name, but you know, I still use the name to, you know, embrace that energy, you know, that goddess energy. And I also feel like that's with Leo too. It's like Leo, especially Leo women, they have that The confident ones are more like, I'm a goddess, I am a sun goddess, maybe not that, but like for example, they are the sun, so that's perfect. They are ruled by the sun, so they're kind of like that, you know, like for example, even though I'm not a Leo, but I'm a Leo ascendant, and so is Beyonce. Beyonce is a Leo ascendant, but if you look at Beyonce, you would not think that she is a. I'm a Taurus. I'm a Taurus sun and moon, and I'm a Leo ascendant. So some of my videos I act more like a Taurus, but today I'm very Leo, you know, because that's my ascendant. But anyway, the same thing with Beyonce. Beyonce is very. I have this pillow that says I woke up like this. Synchronicity. But anyway, I needed to sit up a little straighter. I need to feel a little taller. But anyway, Beyonce, like, she's very, like, Leo. Her energy is very, like, Leo vibes and all of that. And you would not think she was a Virgo. Like, Virgos are more reserved. Who is a perfect example of a Virgo? I don't even think I could think of one right now. But this is not about Virgo right now. Let's just get to the point. But yeah, Leo, Beyonce kind of has that, not kind of, she has that Leo. If you want to look at a Leo ascendant, a perfect Leo ascendant or Leo energy is Beyonce. Just look at a lot of her videos where she's just like dancing and just vivacious and super outgoing. And then I think a lot of some of her videos are not all Leo vibes. Like, for example, a perfect example for a Virgo energy for Beyonce is her Halo music video. That is straight up Virgo. That is like Virgo energy right there. But I would say Leo energy in Beyonce would probably be more her best examples for especially like Leo women. I would say like that music video Diva, or like I Woke Up Like This. That's like Leo. That's Leo energy, especially for the women who are sassy and wild. The more sassy, wild Leos. You know, when you start, like, when it comes to friendship about Leos, they might not, you know, me personally, when I meet Leos, we don't really hit it off right. Like, we do get along in the beginning, but it's usually unpredictable. It's not like, oh, we're just gonna be best friends in that one day. We get to know each other, and then like the more we hang out and the more that we talk, the more I get to see them as the more I get closer to them. If for some reason I tend to attract Leos more, and the thing is, I'm an Earth sign. I'm a Taurus. So maybe it's because I have a lot of fire in my chart that I attract Leos. And just fire signs in general. But anyway, personally, like with Leos, once like I hit it off with them, I hit it off. Like if Leo wants to be your friend, you're gonna know that they're gonna be your friend. Like, you know, they'll just start hanging out with you more. It's like obvious. It's more blunt. Leos are also blunt. Like, fire signs are blunt, but Leos, they are blunt, but like not in the way that Sagittarius is necessarily. I feel like Leos can be catty, so it's like they'll be blunt, but they'll be like kind of like catty, sassy in a way, and it's like, okay, whatever. Like, I'm just gonna ignore that. Yeah, they can be kind of like passive aggressive when it comes to their. It's ironic because they're like somewhat passive aggressive, like that's where their cattiness comes from. They have that very catty, feline energy to them. I don't know how to explain it. Sometimes they have like cat-like features. They kind of look like cats too. Sometimes they have the cat eyes and, you know, like the regal, the royalty. Like they're like, sometimes cats, or at least my cat, she acts like she's royalty, like she's a queen, and she's like, you need to bow down to me. Like, sometimes Leos can, have that, cattiness to them, but that's more their darker side. Like I said in the last video, all signs have a darker side. What else? Yeah, like, oh yeah, the other, I don't really like, I don't know, but they also are kind of like, pretty, they like being sexy. They like being sexy. They like being sexual and sensual, but like, they're not very shy about their sexuality. They're kind of like, yeah, I am, and I'm gonna embrace it. Kind of like Catwoman. It's kind of like, she has a sexual side to her, or that sensual. But also Taurus does too, and Scorpio. I think Scorpio, Taurus, and Leos kind of have that kind of like seductive thing about them. I noticed that it's usually Leo, Taurus, and Scorpio that have that seduction reputation. They have that vibe. Anyway, yeah, like I said, they can be outgoing. So me being an earth sign, there's times where I've hung out with them and they can make me feel so insecure, because Leos, they can come off as like kind of like calm and reserved sometimes, not necessarily shy, but kind of just like mellow some days, and anyway, that's my brother. He's like making a lot of noise over there, so he's making noise on the other room. So anyway, I digress. Yeah, so they can be pretty outgoing, and they can make me feel pretty insecure sometimes. Like, they're the types to just sometimes Leos can be really spontaneous, and they will dance in the middle of the street if they really feel like dancing. Okay, my dog wants to come back in again. Hold on. Come on. Come on. Come on, come to bed. Oops. Come on. Come on. Yeah, come on. Hopefully no more fur babies come in here. Anyway, yeah, so they're pretty outgoing. They're like the type to boost my confidence, especially, and they inspire me with that. They inspire me to be more confident and to just embrace it, and who cares if people think you're stupid. And that's Leo. Oh yeah, when they're your friends, when you know that they're gonna be your friends, they're the types to know, like, when they can be loyal friends. They're a fixed sign. So loyal, like, fixed signs are usually the loyal ones. Not necessarily, they don't have to be necessarily faithful in love relationships, like romantic, but when it comes to just like friendships, or like even family members, but mostly friendships, they're going to be loyal friends. They're going to be the type of friend that you can rely on if you want to go hang out every day or every week, or you want to go and you need a ride to go to work, or you need to borrow a couple bucks, whatever it is. They're the type of friends to be right there with you. They really are. But I don't think they're like that with necessarily every single person. Like, if they know that they're going to get along with you, and they know that they connect with you, you're going to feel that connection with Leos, because even though they're kind of like jerks and they're like catty, they're very sweet, and they are sweethearts, and they're very heartfelt because they're also ruled by the heart. Um, they're also like flirtatious too. They're not like, they know when they feel that they know that they're sexy, like they're like, I'm kind of like sexy, you know, I'm a sexy person, so that's so weird for me to say, but like they're kind of like the type of people that who know that they're sexy. If they know that they're sexy, they're gonna flirt. They're gonna flirt, you know, that's just who they are. If they know they look good, then they're gonna know they look good. But they're also sweet people. They have a childlike personality too. It's like they embrace their inner child, because Leos are also connect. That sign, Leo, is also connected to children. I think it's Leo and Gemini. Leo and Gemini are associated with children. Um, the childlike energy. I don't know if that's the only two signs, but I believe from what I researched it was Leo and Gemini, but I know it's definitely Leo that is connected to that childlike energy. And it makes sense because like Leo, when I imagine Leo, I think of like the kids in school who are like, you know, like the punk kids or the goth kids, the kids who kind of like are daring and who are not afraid to get that mohawk or shave their head or to get green hair or red hair or blue hair or pink hair. Like that's Leo energy. Like they kind of embrace their inner child. They're the type of people who are probably going to be like 30, 40, 50 years old and they're still a punk kid. They're still a punk kid. That's like a Leo energy. They don't necessarily have to like dress like a punk, but they can still embrace that inner child, but still know what they're doing. Because I know that Leos like status. They like so they're some Leos are all about social status and being on top. So some Leos, don't get me wrong, just because they have that inner child, there are some Leos that want to make sure that they have the nice things and that they're on the top and that they have the best of the best. Whether it's like that really good, you know, income or that really good house, car, clothes, whatever it is. Some Leos are like that. Some Leos are not all about like necessarily just, they like being bosses, like not necessarily being a boss at a job, but like being a boss in their life. Like they like to boss up on that. That's that word, like boss up. That's a Leo energy too. But you know, it depends. Like if they're more in the positive or negative, or you know, some Leos are not materialistic. Some are just more artistic, and some can be a little bit of both. I feel like they are heartfelt listeners. With them, I felt like I can have really good talks with them. Like, and it's not just random talks. Like, it's they're talks that can touch my heart and can touch their heart. They do things that their heart's desires, and they go by what their heart feels. The heart wants what the heart wants, and sometimes that's what Leo, that the heart wants what the heart wants. And they can be romantic. They don't really, yeah, they do, they can be romantic. um they are like that. I forgot about that. But they are still jerks. They are fiery. They have a fiery spirit, and they're bold, and they're feisty, and they have a temper too. Like they get angry because they are a fire sign. And when they're angry, they're like crazy angry. Like think about like the Bad Girls Club, or like someone who is just like ready to, like, you know, they're not ones to say no to a fight. They're the type of people who I wouldn't be surprised if they're the ones who got in that school fight. And sometimes they can be kind of like bullies too, but at the same time they're like gentle giants, you know, like like a lion. A lion is scary and big and intimidating, but they can also be gentle and sweet when it comes to those that they love, or just ones that they're used to being around with. They'll stick by you if they love you, and if they are your friend, you'll just know that they're your friend. They won't really hide. They will not hide the fact that you are their friend. They're the type to let you know, yeah, like, let's hang out, let's go party, let's go do this, let's go do that. And they're not gonna be shy about it. They're always, if they're your friend, they're gonna make sure that you are gonna be there with them, and vice versa. They're not gonna like be like, oh, you're only my friend on the certain days. And if they're acting sketchy with you, it's probably because there is something that had happened. Maybe they're angry about something, or maybe, they're very reliable when it comes to friendship. They're not unpredictable when it comes to letting you know where they stand with you necessarily. When it comes to friendship, you'll just know if they're your friend or not. They're pretty dependable, but they're also a fire sign, so they're very quick to make a decision sometimes. When they're angry, they're angry. They get angry fast. When they're in love, they're in love. When they're happy, and that's the fire. Is there anything else? Yeah, those are like, that is what I like about Leo. A lot of them have been my best friends. I'm not gonna lie, I don't talk to a lot of them anymore. But I'll say this, like, some of the best friendships I have ever had, some of the most spiritual, the most amazing, most wild memories I've ever had in my life were with Leos, and I will never forget them. So anyway, I just want to say, like, I hope you guys subscribe, and thank you, and God bless, and blessed to be.